Alright guys, before we jump into the video, I wanted to talk to you guys about the Fade Me brand, the merch here that we have on the channel. If you do want to help us grow and support us, consider heading over to fademe.store, pick up some awesome merch. We'll give you a discount code. Use code FADE for 10% off. Check it out, fademe.store. Now let's get into the video.
All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. We got Thursday Night Football week number 2. We got the Eagles taking on the Vikings. We'll jump into this game in just a second. Last Thursday night did not go our way. We go 1-2. Not the best start to the NFL season. Decent week overall, but Thursday nights in particular, not all that great. We had the Chiefs minus 4.5. They just did not play like the Chiefs, but I guess that's expected. We kind of gambled on whether or not Travis Kelce would play, Chris Jones would play. Neither one of them end up suiting up. Then we had Kirby Joseph over 2.5 tackles. At least that cashed. And then Harrison Butker over 2.5 extra points made. If the Chiefs aren't going to play good football, they're not going to score touchdowns, and we're not going to get 3 extra points from Butker there. So shout out to the Lions. Shout out to anyone that took the Lions. There's a lot of people in the comments of last video saying that they were on the Lions. So shout out to you guys. But we got a new Thursday Night Football matchup to jump into today. Before we do, I'm going to talk to you guys about Sleeper. If you have not checked out Sleeper yet, you need to do so. I have a link in the pinned comment, guys. You'll get 100% of your first deposit match. It's a really cool pick-em platform. You pair 2 or 8 player prop, 2 through 8, up to 8 player props together. And obviously the more you get correct, the more you get paid out. And they have a dynamic payout multiplier for each and every selection you make. So go check out Sleeper, guys. 100% of your first deposit match. Well worth it in my opinion. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's jump into this game. Now, I first wanted to look at Minnesota here. They're plus 6.5, but I decided to stay away from it just because if you don't know about primetime Kirk Cousins, it isn't the best of Kirk Cousins you'll ever see. I do like the quarterback. He was good in the quarterback, series on Netflix as well. Makes you like him more, but the dude has not really showed up in primetime in terms of leading teams to victory. So I decided to look at the total here with the mindset of, oh, the Vikings might stink it up because of Kirk Cousins, and I still landed on the over here. Right now it's sitting at 49. We can get an alt line at 47.5 for minus 125. That may be the direction we go in, but I really do see this Eagles defense. Yes, they're good. Yes, they can get to the quarterback and everything like that, but Mac Jones just lit them up, and Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones, and I'm a Patriots fan, I put them kind of on the same plateau or same plane as of right now in terms of arm talent and everything like that. And Kirk Cousins, I don't even know if it's arguably, right? Kirk Cousins has better weapons on the outside. So if he just doesn't stink it up, right? Like, I'm not saying he leads the Vikings to victory, but if he can just keep up with an Eagles offense here, I do think that we see the over come through. Again, really looking at what the Eagles led up to Mac Jones. A lot of yards right in the middle of the field. Mac Jones was not having to make these crazy drop it in the bucket throws. No, this Eagles secondary and even mid-secondary just really wasn't totally there. Do they shore it up in the season? Sure. This is a good defense that has the names. I just don't necessarily think week 1, quick turnaround Thursday night game, the defense is going to be there. And then kind of on the flip side, like, I don't think that was the cleanest of games that Philadelphia played offensively, and they still scored 25 points against the Patriots. And say what you want about that defense, it's still a Bill Belichick defense, and they're able to put up definitely their half of this total in that game. And I think this Minnesota defense is even worse. So everything I just said about the Vikings being able to, pick certain spots of this Eagles defense, I think the Eagles can do it tenfold to the Vikings here. So I'm just praying that Kirk Cousins plays okay, right? Plays decent. They scored 17 points last week, and really he obviously did not have his best stuff there, but still had an above 100 passer rating, completed 75% of his passes, touchdown to interception ratio 2-1. So obviously we want to get that interception back, but nonetheless I do still think that this is a spot for an over, and we might buy down there to 47.5. Just I think that that 1.5 points could be a good spot. Needing 48 points to cash rather than 50 points, kind of an important spot in football. So pick number 1 here is going to be on the over. And then I have 2 player props that I want to jump into, and we'll go to Outlier to do this. If you don't know what Outlier is, guys, you need to check out Outlier as well. I have a 7-day free trial link in the pinned comment. First player prop we're looking at is going to be the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. You may have heard of him. It's going to be Jalen Hurts, and we're looking at his longest rush here, over 13.5 yards. He hit this in 56% of games this year. He did it last week against the Patriots, and you could see that Minnesota down here last year, top 7 in terms of quarterback hurries. I do think that this is a spot in which, you know, they may hurry Jalen Hurts, but it doesn't necessarily result in a sack. They, in terms of sacks, they ranked tied for 24th or 25th last year. So they get to the quarterback, but don't finish the job. And if he gets hurried, he's not a quarterback that makes a bad throw or decides to get it out really quick. If he gets hurried, he takes off. And I already talked about how I don't believe in this Vikings defense whatsoever, right? I don't. I think that Jalen Hurts is going to be able to get out there and have a couple big chunk plays where he takes off. And again, we're only looking for 14 yards to cash this one. So yeah, we're looking at the over 13.5 for Jalen Hurts when it comes to his longest rush. And then using Outlier again, our second player prop here is going to be Kirk Cousins over 24.5 completions. He did it last week. He threw the ball a boatload here, 33 pass completions. And Mac Jones, again, was able to throw all over, and I shouldn't say all over, but pretty damn near all over this Eagles offense. If he goes out there and just has a kind of mediocre game, I still think he gets it up there, because I think the Eagles are going to kind of dictate the pace of this game, meaning I think Kirk Cousins, not saying they're going to play from behind, but they're going to be trying to play catch up, or I guess just trying to keep up with them as well here. And I will admit, you know, I'm looking at this percentage-wise too. His line for his pass attempts is sitting at 37.5. If you even take 70% of that, so don't do what you did last week, which was 75%. If you even go 65, 70% of what Vegas thinks your pass attempt line should be, I do like the spot for an over 24.5 completions there for him. And we're getting at plus 100 odds over on BetMGM right now. Other sportsbooks, this is very close to even, but have it in the minus 102. Like over on FanDuel. So that is going to be our 3 plays here for Thursday night football. And yeah, I already talked about sleeper, but we're probably going to have a few other player props go out there, and we're going to throw them in a sleeper slip. So make sure you're following me on TikTok as well as Twitter, EvPicks 3.0 on TikTok, and then EvGuyBoston over on Twitter, because that is where we're posting some additional player prop content, prize picks content, all that type of stuff. So if you're not following me there, make sure to do so. And if you made it to the end of this video, drop a 7 in the comments for good luck. Let me know what you're rolling with as well. We'll get back to the ride of the day sort of normal cadence as we progress through the season, but no ride of the days for last video or this video. But if you don't know what that is, we will talk about it in a future video. But go ahead and drop 7 if you made it in here. Again, check out the Fade Me merch, and yeah, let's go ahead and drop 7 for good luck. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let's get week 2 underway in a good way, all right? We'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.